What's the strangest dream you've ever had that you still remember? I once had this super real dream that I was a roast beef sandwich. And then someone ate me and I had just this pure feeling of bliss and satisfaction, like I had a purpose in life. Fucking weird. I once dreamed I was a detective solving a mystery on the moon, but all the suspects were talking animals in astronaut suits. Still unresolved, by the way. A line of skeletons stood still as the sound of silence echoed in the background. I had a dream where I got into a fight with a teddy bear and got my ass beat when it called 3,000 more as reinforcement, and they jumped me. The green apple I bring to work every day fell off the table and turned into a massive green lobster and came at me with its claws. The wife alleges to this day I was punching her back in our sleep during it. I dreamt I was flying, physically flying, not in a spacecraft, to a planet in an undiscovered galaxy where there was human life just like ours, and my deceased grandma was there. It was so incredible because she was surrounded by this radiant light, like a body halo, and looked so serene. I don't believe in an afterlife, and am not religious, but that dream was so comforting and I woke up feeling like she was happy and at peace. I wrote a note on my phone to explain to my wife how important my dream was. I looked at my note the next day. It said, "Convince wife's name not to do Russian procedure in 1990s trailer about cowboys with bad Wi-Fi." I was in a post-apocalyptic world, kind of like Fallout. But the biggest thing to worry about on the surface was full sprinting zombies. All I remember was that I was trying to get back into one with a lot of supplies, but managing to run at full sprint, while a massive horde was after me. The large entrance was closing because of it. Then, out of nowhere, Will Smith, a little younger than around the age he did I Am Legend, was in a full sprint the opposite direction and passed me towards the horde while yelling Will Smith, bitch, while expertly running through them without getting caught. Apparently that was enough to get the entire horde's attention, and they went after him while I was able to get back in. Saved my ass from getting torn to a million pieces and getting supplies back. Once dreamed of Larry the Cucumber and Bob the Tomato violenting, grabbing me from under a ladder and dunking me in a toilet over and over till I woke up in a cold sweat. I dreamed I was a taco riding a horse through space. I need to get more rest. Imagine Band of Brothers style fighting, except in a remote jungle against machine gun wielding yetis, all in a covert mission turned Duke Nukem style violence to secure a hidden recipe for chocolate cake. Also, random moments of me as a WW2 American Airborne guy kit, and all being pulled into a dimension where I have introspective talks about life with a slim mirror man, if that makes sense. Like that one alien from Ben 10 Alien Force that had the two masks constantly arguing with each other. It all ended when I got the damn scroll recipe from an Indiana Jones-style labyrinth temple in a cave, and my airborne squad made up of my high school friends decided to open fire on me as a "we get the credit, and you don't" type thing. I still am confused about why it all played out like that to this day. I have very weird dreams all the time. 2 nights ago I dreamt that Donald Trump needed a haircut, and for some reason he had to sit on my lap while they cut my hair and his hair at the same time, and I was pulling clumps of my own hair out. Weird. I got a lot of them. This one is really weird. I was a slave in a cage on a dark basement. A woman and a kid walked in. The kid holds a flintlock pistol. The woman was his mother teaching him shooting. She said, "We don't need you no more," and shot the guy next to me in the cage. His head gory exploded with blood. The kid pointed at me next. I closed my eyes and felt the small balls piercing my face. It was painless, but it felt real as I could sense the wind on the bullet wounds. A warm blood running on my face. Death was like a strong sleep, like going to bed after gym. I try fighting it like fighting sleep, but dropped death instantly, and woke up in the real world. I was a squid. I have no explanation. I once dreamed I was in a battle. Bullets, shells, etc. I was naked and running back to safety. There was razor wire I had to get through, and I accidentally sliced my penis off. I picked it up, figuring they could sew it back on once I was safe. I ran until I got to a wall, maybe 7 feet tall. I could hear dogs barking on the other side. I knew that if I could get over the wall, I'd be safe. The problem was my penis. I could not climb the wall with my penis in my hands. If I threw it over the wall, the dogs would surely eat it. I also realized, since I was naked, there were only 2 places I could put it, and I really didn't want to put it in either spot. I then woke up. You'll never know. I once had a dream where my dad kidnapped my little brother and I had to go save him. I kept collecting my friends and family along the way. That wasn't the weird part. The strange part was that we were all different food items, such as a burger, ice cream cone, pizza, etc. And it was a musical. It was made weirder by the fact that I rarely, if ever, remember my dreams. I once dreamt I was chasing a talking pineapple through a carnival, while everyone around me was just eating cotton candy. I'm in a dream right now, sitting on Reddit, answering a question. I'm traveling across space while being led by talking animals. I was getting chased by the Chinese mafia. They had sport cars and pickup trucks. I had an old and rusty camper van. They hit me from the back. I started to do barrel rolls before crashing in a field next to the road.